Welcome you all students. See, the pictorial view or three-dimensional drawing cannot show the true shape or true size of the object. So in the manufacturing areas like industry, pictorial views cannot be used effectively, right? So what they do is they go with the 2D drawings. It shows the true shape and true size of the object. So here I come up with one of the presenting method of two-dimensional drawing from the 3D called orthographic projection. So orthographic projection, the name itself saying ortho in the sense, it is nothing but 90 degree or right angle and graphic is meaning the drawing. Projection says projection in the sense throwing an image over a plane. Image over a plane. So in this I will say you how to obtain the multi-views from the 3D object, right? So here we are going to deal full of with the 2D object. So first of all, let me know about the quadrant system. So for which, so I'm going to show the drawing, right? So quadrant will be like this, see. So this is a quadrant. In the quadrant we have namely 4. This is a first, this is a second quadrant, this is a third, and this is a fourth quadrant. Okay. So as far as our syllabus concerned, we are going to deal with the first quadrant. That means always if you are trying to get the 2D views for the object, we are going to keep the object on the first angle projection or first quadrant, right? So if I keep any object as this manner, if I keep any object something like this, if I keep any object, I can say with a reference to plane, this plane I will call it as VP, vertical plane, and this plane is nothing but horizontal plane. So we used to say the location of the object like in front of VP, in front of VP and above HP. So if the object is kept at the first angle or first quadrant, we used to say the object is in front of VP and the object is above HP, right? So see, likewise I have an object, it's a T-shaped object, which is 3D. I have kept in the first quadrant. So only I have taken the first quadrant here. I have kept, and I am going to take the multi-views, front view, top view and the side view of the object, right? So see, for looking the front view, here is the position. This arrow says this is the front view, right? So if it is a front view, the observer will be standing here. Observer is nothing but the person who view the object, looking for the projection, okay? The person who view the object, right? So the position for the front view is here. Just he will put the sight over the object. If he sees the object right angle to it, 90 degree to the object. So I can say in the front view, from this view, the face of this T shape, this surface can be seen, right? So as far as this projection concerned, the image will be thrown over the plane, which is right or perpendicular to it, right? The object which is seen in the view will be thrown over a plane, which is called VP, right? So the front view image captured on VP, right? Captured on VP. And if I want to get the top view, so that I want to see the object from the top, here is the observer position like this. If I look the object 90 degree to it, what happens? If I look 90 degree to it, definitely the portion, this rectangle will be visible, right? So this rectangle will be visible, and this will be thrown to the plane on the HP. Right? So if it is a top view, the image which is captured when we are looking 90 degree to it, it will be thrown on the plane called HP, right? Then move to the side view. Here the left side view is visible. If I stand here, this will be my left side and this will be my right side, right? So if I want to look for the left side, I have to look from here. If I see the object, I can say these are the portion can be viewed when we look is 90 degree to it, right? So this will be thrown to the plane PP, that means profile plane, thrown over a plane, which is a profile plane, right? So here, if I want to say the terms involved in this projection, see the projector in the sense nothing but the image of the object can be viewed by the observer, which is drawn by means of straight line. Am I right? By means of straight lines, just like a visual rays from the eyesight. So these are the projectors, right? It's a straight line which are parallel to each other, and it is 90 degree to the vertical plane, right? And the projection is nothing but the image of an object drawn on a plane, which we can call it as a projection. So this is the projection for the front view, and this is the projection for the top view, and this is the projection for the left side view, right? And the plane of projection, this is the plane. The plane of projection in the sense, the plane on which the image of the object is drawn, okay? The image of the object is drawn here on plane of projection, here is the plane of projection, and here is the plane of projection. So here the multi-views are captured in the three-dimensional manner, okay? The multi-views are captured in the three-dimensional manner. So I'm going to tell you how to extract it, and here we know the to extract how the shapes are formed and how we have to capture it in the paper, right? In the as like a 2D diagram, how to capture it. So I will teach you now, right? So we always going to deal with the first angle projection. First angle projection, that means we're going to keep the object on the first quadrant. So this is the quadrant of first. If I only talk about the first quadrant, this is the first quadrant. Here we are going to keep the object. This is a horizontal plane, and this is a vertical plane. So in order to capture it, what we do is the horizontal plane should be turned like this in the clockwise direction, so that so that the vertical plane comes here and horizontal plane comes here. The portion separate the vertical plane and horizontal plane is xy, right? So above the reference line xy, the vertical plane will be there, and below the reference xy, the horizontal plane will be there. We know in the vertical plane, front view image will be captured. And in the horizontal plane, what? The top view image will be captured. What about the side views? Here is the what? Picture plane, right? So if I want to capture this left side view, it captured on this picture plane, and what we have to do is we have to turn the picture plane as this manner. So what happens? This left side view, when we are turning over, it comes in the right side of the front view picture plane. That means left side view, it captures on the right side of the front view when you are turning like this. Can you able to get it? You are turning like this, here is the front view. So what happens? It naturally come to the right side of the front view. So if you are having the right side view, if you are going to observe the right side view, where we have to capture it? Definitely it capture on the picture plane which will be placed here, transparent plane which placed here. Am I right? So when we are turning over, what happens? It comes where? Left side, right? So in the left of the front view, we are going to capture the right side view. So remember it as per the first angle projection. Always the front view captured above the reference line, top view captured below the reference line, and left side view capture on the right side of the front view, and the right side will capture on the left side of the front view, right? So here I will show how to capture the drawing as per the first angle projection, right? Okay. So I'm going to look for this T section, right? So before starting your work, you must know the boundary of all the views: front view, top view, and side views, right? We have to get the knowledge of the boundary. So if I take the length of the T as how much I can take? I can take this as 60. Okay, length is 60, and height of this T is 60. You can take as 80, right? You can take this as 80, and this height of this rib, that T, we can take it as 20. Okay, and the width of this as well, I'm going to take as 20. Okay, so this is the exact measurement for the T section. So for which I'm going to capture the front view and top view in the paper, right? So first get the knowledge of boundary for the front view. In the front view, length of the object and height of the object will be covered. In the front view, length of the object and height of the object will be covered. length and height. What about the length here? It is 60. And what about the height of the object, entire object? 80 plus 20. Height 80 plus 20. How much we get? 100. And what about the top view? Top view. If you look from the top, the length of the object and width of the object can be seen. This is the length and width of the object can be seen from the top. Length and width. Right? So what about the length, which is already we have captured, that is 60. And width of the object, here as well 20, here as well 20, and the width as well 20. Okay, take it as 20. It is given. And then side view. So here the left side view I going to take. So I going to take the boundary for left side view. In the side view, width and height of the object will be visible. Think width and height of the object. So what about the width? 20. What about the height? It's been calculated. 100. So just start your work now to capture the 2D diagram in the paper. Draw the XY line, reference line, and then start with the front view boundary, which is 60 and 100. So take 60, just with your help of scale, keep a point and measure 60 and take the perpendicular line like this and measure 100 on both sides and go for a boundary so that you will get rectangular box like this. And come to the top, 60, 20, right? Width is 20. So for which you can take the projectors from the reference of front view, we can take it and maintain equal gap. So for which first line should be maintained with 20 mm gap and have a horizontal line. Afterwards measure this width 20. From this end capture it and go for a line. The length of the object, by taking the projector we can get it, and width of the object in the line, how to measure it and go for a line so that you could get the boundary 60 into 20, right? So side view, for having the side view, what we have to do is, in the corner you are going to draw the left side view. You know it's going to come in the right side. So in this corner keep your protractor and read 45 degree and have a line like this. So 45 degree. Okay. So now take the projectors from the top view like this until the 45 degree line intersect, right? And take a 90 degree line like this. Like this. Take a 90 degree line. And the same manner from the front view take a line. Naturally what happens if you do like this, the boundary for the left side will form. If you take a 45 degree line and if you take the 90 degree line like this from the top view, and if you take the horizontal line, naturally for the third view we can form the boundary, right? This is the boundary for left side view. If you have doubt, just measure it, you will get the same size, 20 into 100. Fine. So the boundary work is over. This is the front view and this is the top view. This is the left side view. Front view we can otherwise call as elevation. And top view otherwise we can call as plan. Sometimes they used to draw the plan. Sometimes they used to draw the elevation too, right? So front view in the sense elevation and top view in the sense it's a plan, right? And then now the boundary work is done. We have to trace the image in the front view, top view and side views. We are well familiar from the front view, the T shape is obtained. Am I right? The T shape, this will be obtained when we are looking from the front view having the 90-degree look, right? So this can be obtained by, what about this height? 20. So from this end, take 20 and go for a line. What about this height, which is 80, and it is being kept at this middle, am I right? At the middle of this portion. So take the mid of this length, okay, mid of this line, that means this is 100, so in the 50 you can keep the point. What about this width? It is 20, the T shape width is 20, so take from the mid 10 mm left and 10 mm right, you can keep the point like this, and from that you can drop a line, vertical line, so that you could see the T shape in the front view. The trace can be obtained. This T shape is visible in the front view that we have captured here, right? And then come to the top view. When you are looking from the top, this is the rectangle portion we can see when the look is 90-degree. So already we have taken the boundary, so without any confusion you can go for a dark line. Then come to the side view. What we can see when you are looking from the left side, so this is the observed portion, so this portion can be seen as well, this portion can be seen, right? So take, in order to draw the box, this box, take the reference from the front view. Already the height of this topmost layer we have, right? So take the reference so that we can form the rectangle like this. And what about this? We have the boundary, so just make a dark line as this manner. This is the exact thing when we are looking from the left we can see, right? Fine. So after completing the visible edges, we have to draw the invisible edges. So here when we are looking from the top, the bottommost, the stem region will not be visible from the top, am I right? So we can look this rectangular box, but below region there is a segment, am I right? That segment may not be visible from the top, but it is present, so it must be captured in the invisible line, that means dashed line. So for which we can take the projector from the front view and take a dot lines like this. Okay, I hope you understood how we have to extract the front view, top view and the side view as per the technique of orthographic projection. Okay, as far as our syllabus concerned, we are not going to work with the orthographic projection, but we are going to draw a freehand sketch. Okay, we are going to draw with a freehand sketch. Freehand sketch, we use the method and technique of orthographic projection. The same technique we are going to follow the extraction work. Okay, we are going to draw the top view, front view and side view, but the thing is we are not going to use any kind of drawing instruments other than pencil, eraser and A3 sheet paper. Only the medium record is pencil, eraser and A3 sheet. We are not going to use any kind of instruments like scale and compass, protractor, set square like that, right? It's just a freehand sketch. See, in the industry, if you look the industry, there will be engineers, design engineers, okay. If I am an engineer, I will be having a new idea, right? So engineering graphics, in the sense, we know it's a language of engineer to communicate their ideas to someone, right? The same manner, if I am having a new idea, for example, I'm going to design this duster. I want to convey the things, the features to my colleagues, okay. So what I do is, by just having the rough diagram, I used to communicate it, okay. So the preliminary idea can be shared with the help of freehand sketch. I hope you got the concept of orthographic projection, how to extract the top view, front view and the side views, and I said the the thing about the freehand sketch, am I right? And in the upcoming videos I will be posting a question based on the freehand sketch, how to work with it, okay. At that time you will be getting familiar. Thank you.